can see the conditioner is really crimping this stuff pretty hard. The stem is right cracked open. Happy Canada Day, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We're in the process of making our second cut in alfalfa hay. You can see behind me, we're raking. It's 7:15. The humidity is around, I think the last time I checked it was around 70%. So we don't want to rake it too early in the morning with heavy dew. I don't think we had a really heavy dew last night. I think it got up to maybe in the mid 80s. Usually it goes over 90%, so we can't really start raking until like 8 o'clock in the morning. We didn't really get too much dew this morning. Going a little bit earlier, rake it in the morning instead of late at night. Late at night you have a little bit more control, because as soon as the dew hits the hay, I think the bigger window. And in the morning you got a little bit of a shorter window to rake it. 2 rows that I'm putting kind of beside each other close. I'll show you in the back here. I don't know if you can see that, but they're not quite touching. I'll jump out a second and show you quick. Putting this windrow here. It's a little bit dewy yet, but not too bad. And this row, we're putting, boy, does it sure smell nice, this alfalfa. But yeah, you can see, I'll try to get out of the shadow here. You can see there's a little bit of a kind of a line in the middle there. That's where, so this is one row, this is the other row. We're putting them together, and in a couple days what I'll do is I'll move that row and the other row together, and then hopefully we'll bale on Thursday. Today is Saturday, Canada Day. So we like to rake at a low RPM, about 320, 3 1/4. That way we're not really smashing the leaves. You can rake up to 450 on this rake. Actually, we're below the recommended PTO speed. As you can see on the hitch here, I don't know if you can see that, but that's the recommended rate. That's the recommended PTO rating on this rake. So we're just underneath that. Just gonna quickly check the humidity here. We got a humidity of 65%. I don't know if you can see that right there. And the sensor in the field, we're at 74%. We got a 10% difference from the sensor in the field to the sensor at the barn. And I think the reason why we're a little higher on in the field is because we got corn and we just irrigated, so there's a little bit more extra moisture in this section of the field here, I believe. While I am in the field, might as well give you guys a quick update on the corn. July 1st, they say knee high by the 1st of July. Well, I think we're up to over our head here. That's over my head by the 1st of July. So we're looking pretty good. Pretty good job of spraying. There's not any weeds, so that's good. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the corn so far. I'll just show you the weather station here quick too. So this doodly hiddly here, here's the humidity sensor and the temperature sensor. Got the rain or irrigation transmitter, and a bunch of different sensors you can add to this thing. So we can got all ports full right now. Port 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the soil moisture probe, and it's got pinned right there. That's the soil probe that goes down about 3 feet, I think. So it tells me when to irrigate and when not to irrigate, when to start irrigating, and when to have a little bit of a break. So it's pretty valuable little piece of equipment. But let's get back to raking. Second crop was cut on the 27th of June, so a day after our anniversary. Today is Saturday, the 10 to 8. Just finished the outside rounds. Yeah, just gonna kind of keep a log on what days and what times we're doing what, and try and keep track of it all and see what works best. We always like to improve and learn, trying a couple different things differently, different ways of raking, times of the day. This time we're raking in the morning. I think it might be a little bit better because the dew sometimes pushes the alfalfa down. So I'm thinking if you rake in the morning, you fluff it up and then it's got the day at least to dry out. That's the theory, or that's what I'm thinking anyway. We're just gonna keep track of it all and see what works best. First cut we did it, we raked in the evenings. The moisture on the baler was just a little bit on the higher side that I like to see. It was running over 20% most of the time. I like to kind of keep it under 20% for alfalfa anyway. You guys okay in there? Awesome. Look at that nice windrow. Beautiful. Sunday, July 2nd, and we're just gonna check on the hay after we raked it. It's been a full 24-hour day since it's been in the windrow. We'll just give the hay a check here. Really crunchy and dry on the top, but we'll give it an inspection underneath here. Man, that's getting sure ready, but you can definitely feel some moisture still in there. See, you can still scrape off some, they call it the waxy layer with your nail. It's got still some stem moisture in there. It's not crackly, it's not breaking. When you twist it around and stuff and you can roll it up, that's pretty wet still. Compared to, let's say, a dry one on top, when you see how it cracks. We'll check another row, try and find a bigger, thicker spot here, like right here, and we'll just go underneath, flip it over, and just put your hand to it, and it's still like all these stems here. If it's ready to bale, it should crack, like when you twist it, like it should snap in half. It does to a degree, but let's see if we pick a stem here. See a thick one here. See how you can scrape that waxy layer off? This row needs to get turned over into here, so we'll do that tomorrow morning. But it's getting pretty close, so we'll catch you guys in the morning. 8:10 tomorrow morning. Disconnecting. It is Monday morning, 7 a.m. It's July 3rd. And we're just gonna put the raked rows that we raked 2 days ago, we're gonna put them closer together. And then the last step before baling is to put those two into to one. So I'm just waiting it out a little bit. The humidity is still a tad high. It's at 75%. A little bit damp still. You can see on the leaves here. You can see, I don't know if you can see the water marks or the water little. We're just waiting for that to lift off. But as you can see, we got the jacket on. It was 5 degrees this morning for July 3rd in the morning. Man, that's got cold. But again, a beautiful morning. We'll get this thing set up and we'll get going here shortly. Gonna quickly show you guys how it looks before and after we rake for the second time. Raked for the first time, so we're putting 2 mower swaths after the 3rd day in the sun into one row. And now we're putting these 2 rows close together with keeping these wings. One of them stays up so it doesn't touch the ground, and the other one on the other side is picking up that swath and bringing it closer. And then when we come around, then we're going to bring this one over here. Simply, it's just with this valve here. So if you want that wing to be down, this valve stays there. If you want the other side to go down, then this valve goes this way. How it looks when it's done, raked for the second time on the 3rd day with full sun. So you see now there's 2 rows closer together and they're a little bit more fluffed up. So you can see they're probably standing about I don't know, maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet up in the air. And we're just exposing some of the top to the bottom row to the top. But you can feel just a little bit of moisture still, so it needs another day or so in the sun. And then we'll come back and we'll put these 2 together so we can bale it. So essentially we're putting 4 rows, 4 13-foot swath rows into one row for the baler. So it's pretty efficient for the baler. So he can have this whole 30-acre field baled off within the hour. That'll conclude this morning's second pass with the rake. And again, we're running at a low RPM for about 345. It's about 8 o'clock on Tuesday morning, July 4th. Just doing the last step in making the hay. Started a little bit later this morning. Again, we had a pretty heavy dude, 91%. It's ready to be raked. First pass, I'll just show you how the actual finished windrow is going to be looking like. So that's the windrow. You can see got a little bit of a breeze this morning. And that's some pretty nice, beautiful hay. So it should finish drying up today. There's absolutely, you can't find any leaves on the ground. So we're not losing any whatsoever leaves. We're getting it all in the row. And yeah, these are the 2 rows here that we're raking this morning. So those are the ones that we raked yesterday. So now we're just driving down the middle, putting them both beside each other. Hopefully it should be ready. If not, we just leave it in the windrow for another day. 10 after 8, and the humidity on both sensors are very close this morning. The one in the field is reading 68%, and the one at the barn there is reading 66. bang on for humidity this morning, but it'll lift off pretty quick, so I should have this all raked up in an hour. Again, we're not getting any leaf loss whatsoever. The alfalfa is nice and soft. The leaves are a little bit pliable. They're not brittle, so they're not shattering off. And that's one of the reasons why we rake either in the morning when it's dewy, when it's a little bit wetter, a little bit softer, or in the evening when the dew comes on. But I think the morning works better because it has the evening and the whole night to kind of just get a little more softer. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it's turning out. Hopefully we can make some good bales tonight. Catch you guys in a little bit here. Was that fun or what? Oh, that was a pretty cool shot. Just have to fix up a row here where we had you guys spinning. Just shutting the windows here, just giving you a quick update. It's 10 to 9 and the humidity is sitting just under 60%. 59% in the field and 58% by the barns. Perfect, because we're almost done. We got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more rows to go. Just for my own curiosity, it was 3 or 4 days ago, I think, on July 1st that we checked the cornfield. We're coming to the exact same location, and I don't know if we can see on video if there's a whole lot of difference in the height. See what 3 days of growing does. Totally filled in now. Well, I think we're up to over our head here. That's over my head by the 1st of July. So we're baling tonight. And it's perfect conditions. You can feel a little bit of moisture on the top, and really crackly dry in the row, but that's how the hay is looking like tonight. See if we can There's a thicker stem here. See if we can get some. Very little, but the baler was running about 20%. So now we're just gonna move some of these bales out of the way and we're gonna get some irrigation going. That's how the bale looks. Beautiful. Look at all that leaf in there. Beautiful stuff. Here's the irrigation that we're gonna get going right away. Just gonna adjust the nozzle so we don't get my grass hay wet. Well, that's a wrap for this video, guys. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Got the mower there hooked up. We started mowing the grass across the road. We're gonna finish it up tomorrow, but I'm gonna get some rest here. I'm pretty tired. I got half of it cut, but tomorrow should be another few hours. Got to cut another 45 acres and make some grass hay. Till the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.